let me first start off with our basketball courts and our tennis courts. We will be putting our hoops back up this summer. We know that there are challenges on the basketball court with young people not staying that social distancing. We will put signage in place to remind them and take care, make sure that they're following the rules and regulations of safety, CDC and Restart Ohio guidelines. And then we'll have people riding around to make sure that's happening. If it's not happening, then we'll have to resort to what we need to do to make sure our citizens are safe. So we'll make sure, we hope that everyone follows those guidelines and those safety precautions that we do. We also will take down closed signs on our playgrounds. We will open them up and also put some other signage up, asking people to be careful and to have the children follow the guidelines on state guidelines and the other guidelines that we have in place. And we'll put those signs up to make sure everybody understands that these things are here and that safety is a great protocol. Again, you know, kids were on playgrounds anyway last summer, but we want to make sure that they're safe, and we're going to put signage up to tell the parents to make sure that they are doing the right things when they're around our playground. One of the bigger things we're going to do is open our outdoor pools. We closed our outdoor pools last year. One of those things that we've been all come to know and enjoy in the summer. We're going to open all 20 of our outdoor pools on June 12th. There will be limitations on how many people we can get into the pool, based on the capacity levels, the capacity that we have per square foot. They will operate as they did prior to our closing. They'll operate from Wednesday through Sunday, 12 o'clock until 7 o'clock. If the temperature rises above 85, we will open them 7 days a week. Monday and Tuesday will be open also. So we will make sure that it's happening. Again, the capacity will be what we can get safely into our pool setting. We will operate on a 45-minute session. We'll operate 45 minutes on every 45 minutes in an hour, and we will take the center and close it down, the pool, and close it down for 15 minutes of sanitizing and cleaning in between sessions. Then we'll let another group in for 45 minutes, and we'll continue that process throughout the day. So that's where we're at. Our indoor pools will also be open, but there are very limited space in our indoor pools, but we will keep them open also. So this summer should be some enjoyable, it should be some relief from the heat. Again, we want to open them, but we're going to open them safely. Everything we're doing, we're going to do with the Restart Ohio or the CDC guidelines that are in place for all these activities. Our baseball program is one of the things that I heard a lot about this summer, where we canceled our permits for baseball fields. We will be issuing baseball field permits. We will allow little leagues and CMSD and other schools and other activities, adult softball, baseball, to take place with, again, guidelines based on CDC and Restart Ohio. I want to continue to say that. If the permit is not followed, we will pull the permit, because we want everyone to be safe. And that will include our recreation programs also, where we have starting from T-ball all the way up to Tiny Mac, which are our older kids. So we want to have that happen, and we will start issuing permits for that sometime at the end of this month, so people can start practicing and playing baseball. And we hope everyone enjoys themselves, but again, with safety. That's what we like to do. There are also guidelines for spectators. So we would hope that everyone follows those guidelines. Again, we will have our people checking to make sure those guidelines are followed. If they're not followed, we'll then discuss how we either straighten that out or take the permit back. So we appreciate all that. Our summer lunch program will be in effect this year. Last year, we started a summer lunch program where the kids used to sit down and eat in our rec centers. Well, last year we started a grab and go program. That grab and go meant that you walk up, you get a lunch, and you go with it. We will continue that grab and go process at all of our recreation centers, but we will expand it. We'll expand it to some of the outlying playground areas where we have somebody stationed there between 11 and 1. We'll get those times out through our communication department, what time we'll be serving those lunches at each individual playground, and they will be able to grab and go a lunch there. So we can expand our capacity on that lunch program, which is a big thing in the summer, and we need to do that. We also will be doing our AAU basketball teams this summer. A lot of our kids did a lot of AAU traveling. They play on national level. We have 3 elite teams that we put together for the citywide teams. and those teams will be allowed to travel 2 times out of state. And then we'll put together 7 smaller teams, teams that are not travel teams, but teams that will play in AAU uh, in this basic facility, surrounding areas. We'll put that together and we'll make sure that every child gets a chance to play in AAU basketball. There again, we'll have a girls travel team and 2 boys travel team. The boys travel team is 13 to 15, 15 to 17, and young ladies would be 13 to 15, and we'll have them traveling outside of Cleveland. So we want to have that happening. And again, all AAU tournaments have their own protocols for safety. We'll contain our protocols on travel and how we do that and how we do that safely. And then Camp Forbes. We will reopen Camp Forbes. Camp Forbes is our residential summer camp based in Highland Hills, Ohio, out on Harvard and Richmond Road. We usually sleep about 100 children a week. We're going to cut that back to 40 kids a week with counselors in our cabin. We have 10 cabins that we can use that normally sleep 10 kids and a counselor. We're going to cut that to four young people and a counselor. That way we can keep our social distancing. And when the kids are out doing programs, we will sanitize all of the beds, all of the showers, all of the things that we need to sanitize and make sure they're safe. And they will be required to wear masks when they're not involved in strenuous programming. So we hope that everyone can come out and we'll get that sign up soon where they can sign up to go to that summer camp. It is a 1-week camp, and they stay overnight for a whole week. They come in on Monday and leave on Friday. So those camps are there. One other thing, our greenhouse, which is one of the prettiest spots in the city, where we grow the flowers and we had the poinsettias at Christmas time, will be reopened. Again, our numbers will be limited capacity numbers, but we will be allowed to use outdoors with a permit. Again, capacity numbers will be taken care of, and then we'll be able to walk through that greenhouse again as we did prior to shutting it down for COVID. And it will be a nice, serene, quiet time.